How's it going, guys? How's it going, guys? Cory the Random Guy here with you today. We have a very, very special thing that we are going to show you. Don't mind the sirens in the background. To give you a hint, we're going on our first trip. Before we begin this video, I'd like you guys to keep liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, hitting that notification bell so you guys don't miss anything. Without further ado, let's go get into this video. We went out and we got another camper. This one is a 1975 Eldorado. It is a Class C. Give you guys a quick little tour. We'll have a little bit of footage of our trip going 2 hours north of here. It's first maiden voyage. Up there, yeah, we got a lot of stuff up there. We got all the kids with us too right now. So let's see, we got the bed up there. This part here folds down into a bed. This air conditioner, it works. Compressor kicks in, but it does not get cold. If you guys have any suggestions on where to go get this thing charged, let me know in the comments below. I am in Iowa, by the way. In the back, it's just a Class C, like I said. I think this thing's like 24 foot, maybe, something like that. Got your big old bed here. What's really interesting about this is it does not have the onboard original tank on it. It's actually got two of the blue aftermarket ones or whatever, and it does have, looks like a newer pump. I have not tested that yet. As far as the propane goes, we have not tested that yet because it's in plenty of storage in here. I think this thing would actually be really good for just me and the wife when we decide to go live in an RV time. This thing is powered by an old school Chevy 350 with a 400 turbo trans, I do believe is what's in it. You guys can see up there, it does have cruise. I don't know if it works. I have tried it when we went to go get it. Did not work, but that's okay. Now, what's really interesting is they put a really nice sound system in here. However, I don't have it hooked up and I don't know if it works because the head unit in there is gone. I've got another head unit in there we'll test out. This is the original fridge. I've got it, ouch, turned on. Starting to get warm in there. But we have this. Hopefully it'll keep us cool. Down in here, there's another small fridge that this thing did come with. And the 12 volt side of this thing does work. There's two batteries down below in here that I put in. That switch is a little bit messed up, but you guys can see that the 12 volt side does work. That momentary switch up there seems to be a little bit wonky. And that little red switch there is for the water pump. This thing's actually pretty decent. The floor is nice and solid. There's really not a whole lot of damage to the thing. There is a little bit of water damage up here, you guys can see. And basically from this point back along this wall, a little bit of water damage there, but the frame back behind it is solid, so this is a good thing. Here's the bathroom. Don't mind the mess, we're still organizing. There's the bathroom. We got all that stuff in there. You guys wouldn't believe what we paid for this thing. We sold our other RV for $2,000. The people gave me $1,500 cash and signed over a '99 Jetta to me as well. 5-speed. Seems to run okay. It needs a little bit of exhaust work. The interior is kind of screwy, but you know, hey. But that same day we went out and we bought this. This was clear, I think it's like 4.5 hours away in Nebraska, and we drove it all the way back. It did have a carrier bearing on the drive shaft, bad, but I had since replaced that. There's the small tour of it. I do plan on putting radios in here. We'll just kind of show you the trip. So guys, come along with us. little bit of the road trip. We didn't really record that much of the road trip. We started having a surging issue in the engine. I think I know what that is, but I'm not sure. We made it nonetheless. I had a buddy of mine take a look at it before we left. He was telling me that the quadrajets on these Chevy engines are notorious for what they're doing. One of these days, I'm just gonna go ahead and plop a new carburetor right on top. But for now, it made it, and it made it well. We were traveling about 70 mile an hour the whole way until it started surging, and then we had to slow it down, and then it came back. You guys know how that goes. Right now, I'm setting up a kind of a temporary radio, see if I can shoot some skip. I have a little 3-foot magnet mount on one of the vents, since that's the only steel piece I have. So hopefully the antenna will use the rest of the roof as a ground plane. It is aluminum, so. Right now, I'm inside. Wife is out there making some breakfast, and this is kind of the setup that we have. It's messy, but we're making it work. Got some coffee going, but here's the radio though. The old Sears Road Talker 40. That's my first one. Probably gonna put it like right in this area. I have the coax from the antenna outside. Right here. Here's my plan for now until I can get something better set up. I'm just going to use the same antenna. I'm going to hook it up to this radio when we're parked, and then hook it up to the Royce that I'm going to have probably either up here or up on the dash maybe. I'll probably hang it up there somehow. Hook it up to the Royce while we're going down the road. We're supposed to be like 100 and something degrees today, but it's going to be cloudy all day, so should be fine. We're parked underneath some trees. We have portable AC going. It's very crude. Got the pipe going out the window, and then this is just kind of blocking off the driver's area. It's crude, but I think it works. So guys, we made it our first night. It's supposed to storm here tonight too. We'll cut back in if we see some cool sights. If it starts storming like a bat out of hell, and we're gonna see how this old girl fares in the weather. We will see you guys here in a bit. Update. Don't think I'm going to be able to hook up my radio. Oh no. The Royce that I was showing you guys, I didn't bring its power cord. Dadgummit. And I don't have a 12-volt source near the sidebander. I'm going to try. I'm going to look around, dig around this thing, see if I can find some extra wire or something laying around. Maybe tap into a 12-volt source back here. I don't know. We're gonna find out. All right, guys, it's the next day. We did have lots and lots and lots of rain last night. I didn't get a chance to get out of the bed and grab the camera and show you guys the torrential downpours we had up where we were at. We had to batten down the hatches, get the kids in here because we had 2 of them out there in the tents and whatnot, so we had to get them in here and get everybody situated. All right, so a couple things to take away from this trip with this camera. We are calling her Big Bertha. That is going to be her name, is Big Bertha. You guys remember that. Now, the vent above the bed here, the cap of it blew off on the way home. It's gone. Plus it was leaking anyway, so I have a new one of those coming with a fan in it, so I'll show you guys that when we get it and installed and whatnot, and I'll show you guys that. Now, there is another thing I would like to do once we get our taxes back finally. I'm probably gonna hire somebody to redo a couple of spots in here that I'm honestly really not gonna have time for to do myself, or else I would, because, you know, we got kids, and these kids, they require a lot of attention. I did not get to shoot any skip this weekend. The radios are still down there. Didn't have all the proper stuff to hook them all up. This time, when we do go, we'll have all the stuff. All in all, this thing did great. The engine surged like a mad hatter. I think I know what the problem is. There is an exhaust leak in the back, blowing directly on the fuel tank, causing it to vapor lock in the carburetor. I need to address that, which I'll probably end up taking it to a professional as well to have them put a new piece over the axle, have it welded in, professionally done, yada yada yada. Maybe get the carburetor rebuilt, maybe a buddy or two take a look to see why it's kind of wet underneath of there when it comes to oil. There's a few things that we need to do to this. This air conditioner above me, I might see how much it's going to cost to get it charged, because without it, it is hot. We had this portable air conditioner, 8,000 BTU. Thank God it was cloudy basically the whole weekend. But let me show you guys a couple little problem areas so you guys can kind of get an idea of what we're doing here. You guys can see right up here, it's got a little wet. Back behind here, yeah, we're still cleaning this thing out. That part back there does leak. I am going to seal the roof myself, okay? So that's not a problem. And then it trickles down into the bathroom there. You guys can see that. That wall is kind of taken out. The studs in there are still good, so we're good. This is one problem area that I will have taken care of. That up there as well. But again, I'm gonna have it professionally done. I could do it myself, but again, with kids, they're needing extra attention. I really don't have the time to do it. Plus I gotta go to work and all that fun stuff. So that's why I'm gonna hire somebody to do it, unfortunately. And then here's one more problematic area that you guys are probably very familiar with if you guys have ever owned this type of RV. This spot. This jack is underneath this, supporting it, because all under there kind of rotted out. So without that jack there, this spot kind of just flops. You guys can tell right here, it's just falling apart. So this corner back here, that spot over there is the two major spots that I would like to get taken care of. Now, another thing is right here. That's another problem spot. This spot here, it's all solid right up there. All this needs to be taken out and redone. And I think the suspension needs to be updated too or something, because it sags pretty low. Back wheels especially, and the front wheels, I don't know. I'm gonna try to put some coilover shocks in the back, and I'll do that myself. I'm gonna put some coilover shocks in the back, give it some more stability. Might put some stronger shocks up front to kind of raise it up a little bit, and take care of the carburetor problem and brake problem, and this thing will be good to go. Other than that, she held up. She held up very, very well, of course. You guys see it, I flew my American flag off of the ladder. A couple of things to take away. She needs a little bit of work, no doubt about it. I'll probably get rid of these lights and just put a new set on. She is an Eldorado. I want to take that off and put Big Bertha, or maybe put Big Bertha right above it. Definitely need to be redone. That up there needs to be redone. I mean, there's some things out here that need to be redone. Roof is solid. I've been up there a few times during the trip. Windows don't leak. Good. There you go, guys. This is the old girl that me and the wife are gonna try, okay? Keyword. We're gonna try. Keep around, keep it running, keep it as pristine as possible, because we think that we found RV that we will be basically living in when all the kids move out. But in the meantime, still gonna take it on trips. We are going to get some upgraded stuff. If you guys have any ideas, comment below or email me on what I can do to make this more modern. I know I'm gonna put solar on top though. That is one thing I'm definitely doing, is putting solar on top. I'm gonna try to make a decent sized bank so that we can run the AC if we need it. So next camping trip, hopefully in the next couple of weeks or next month, we will have a little bit more of an adventure for you guys. This was more of a test run for us to see what we needed to do, what we needed to bring, which there was a whole lot of stuff that we missed. We are excited to stay in this thing, and maybe even meet some fans along the way. 309 Central Iowa, Cory Random Guy and Big Bertha. Until then, see ya.